Good morning, guys. I am Match Dad from Japan. This is my usual morning routine. While I prepare matcha, I take my vitamins and then I make a bowl of usucha and drink it. I am in my mid-30s now. I have a family and I left my corporate job to focus on building my own business. To be honest, I work a lot. If anything, I am more disciplined and putting more effort than I ever did when I was a salaryman. Still, the results have not followed. There were times when I could not say I was truly satisfied with what I had achieved, and times when things simply did not go my way. Before I realized it, I felt like I had lost my direction. Around that time, a close friend of mine who had moved to the United States happened to return to Japan. It is very rare for me, but we decided to take a trip together, just the two of us. We first met in Osaka and stayed overnight, sitting around a pot of kamameshi. We talked about what we had been through and what might lie ahead. In Japan, many people visit Ise when they are at the turning point in life or when they feel they are standing in the middle of a major transition. For me, this trip came at exactly that kind of moment. The journey was not about finding clear answers. I wanted to walk the pilgrimage route, to feel something through my body, and to think about what comes next. The Ise pilgrimage follows a traditional order. You begin by purifying yourself in Futami, then visit the outer shrine, and finally, the inner shrine. After arriving at Ise City Station and checking in, we headed straight to Futami.
めっちゃうまい。はい。しか合ってないから。ありがとうございます。
すみません。
いえ、取れました。ありがとうございます。伊勢うどん初めてだし、ちょうどいい。味うまいぞこれ。何やしだよこれ。これ。ごまは。
カスタネットね。
カスタネットないでしょ。確定。うん。だるまをさ、小さいやつにすればクリスマスプレゼントでいいや。かわいいかわいいクリスマスプレゼント。
そこからサルタヒコという名前を付けたという。
いや、本当にと岩の隣にあれが二見。わかりました。ありがとうございます。 いいのかっていう。
までのさ、去年の元日ですね。
一発。
ないからさ、確かに。
苔が。この木は宿ってるよ、明らかに。
マダイ、マッチ、ビンチョウマグロ、赤エビでございます。
締めてありますので、はい。
お、本当だわ。プルプルだ。本当だわ。
こっちから食べた方がいいです。
あ、もうどこでもいい。エビとしないとは2で、はい。
1000匹。
そうです。5月から9月中が5月で。
あるんちゃう
2000円な。
よいしょ。そこの糸を普通に。
昼に来てたらどこで座れなかったかな。
うん。
絶対。
ほうじ茶だね。
Finally, I returned to the shrine in my own hometown to report that I completed the Ise pilgrimage. I want to make a fresh start next year. I do not believe that visiting Ise suddenly changes everything. Life is not that simple. But I do believe that taking the time to stop, to feel, and to face myself honestly matters. Thank you for watching until the end. See you next time.